Good morning to everyone, and thank you so much for inviting me. What I will exhibit to you is an overview of the role of artificial intelligence within the Islamic State online ecosystem, and specifically following a brief introduction on how non-institutional media houses address the role of artificial intelligence. I will show you some example where AI was used and is still used to produce propaganda content. So before starting, just as for each of us, AI is a tool that has been and is continue to be explored by IS media apparatus members individually and as part of media houses. In fact, within the IS online ecosystem, the Al-Azhar Media Foundation and the Kimam Electronic Foundation are the media houses that addresses the most artificial intelligence, under sharing many articles and guidelines on its employment, its potential, and vulnerabilities, showing how it can work as a shield and compass for IS Munasirin and supporters. However, they also advocate the fact that AI, it's not just a technology, but a force shaping war and conflicts, and specifically shaping the present IS media war. Alongside the IS media houses, there are also several IS Munasirin and supporters discussing the role of artificial intelligence within core platforms such as RocketChat or encrypted messaging platforms such as SimpleX Chat. And they discuss how AI can be used in cyber defense, cyber security, operational security, and personal security, but also as a sort of assistant to develop terrorist attack. By moving to the propaganda production dimension, we observe how AI was massively employed by media houses part of the Ansar production, mainly the Al-Azhar Media Foundation within the Voice of Khorasan magazine, Al-Battar Foundation, and At-Taqwa Foundation. They usually create background images for articles or poster, images accompanying text, or magazine covers and posters. However, there are also lots of individuals users that use AI to produce propaganda content. In this case, following the Crocus City Hall attack between March and September 2024, a user shared 10 videos within the pro-Islamic State server Tech Haven on RocketChat, created through the use of artificial intelligence to produce a broadcast news of IS operation all over the world. And basically, the user use artificial intelligence to produce an opening very similar to big broadcast channels, and an anchorman who reads information and operation of IS around the world. Now, always within the pro-IS server Tech Haven or RocketChat, around May 2025, a user shared Al-Battar Foundation Arabic vocal recitation video with English subtitles. And he claimed that he created the English subtitle by using Whisper OpenAI. He used that software to extract the audio, transcript it, and translate it into English, and then added the English subtitles to the Al-Battar Foundation Arabic video. Now, by moving instead on the main social networks within the IS online ecosystem, namely Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, we observe how users are using and used AI to produce images accompanied by textual, visual, and vocal Salafi jihadi or IS propaganda content. However, while on Facebook and Instagram, users focus more on canonical propaganda, on TikTok, and particular young individuals focus on sharing non-canonical propaganda content. Basically, they animate IS leaders or IS well-known figures such as Jihadi John or the French barber. And a very interesting case is the use of Beagle AI to create dancing characters, such as you can see in the figure, the Jihadi John. Now, before delving into the conclusion, I would like to stress two different points. The first one is that user can use AI chatbot to produce propaganda content. In this case, we proved that by trying to create a IS similar black flag, and we use the CapCut AI version, and following a series of specific prompts and visual inputs, we were able to create that flag. And the second point is that they are using AI to avoid content moderation and content detection. In the first case, it's an Instagram user creating AI-generated images as cover in its Instagram post. And there is AI-generated images and then some videos or images from IS propaganda content. And in the second case, we noticed how users are pushing the narrative that you can use AI-generated label in your TikTok video to avoid content moderation. And finally, to conclude, I would like to stress some points regarding the fact that AI can be used to speed up and facilitate both the production and diffusion of propaganda content, and above all, to create very appealing content for young individuals. On the other hand, we think that AI developers should draw from huge Salafi jihadi propaganda content databases to train AI to be better and to introduce better policies and countermeasures against the use of AI to produce propaganda. And in the second case, we think that using AI-based tools to detect content have to be increased by using more holistic and multi-platform approaches to get content from all the social media where Salafi jihadi groups, not only IS, are now active. And to conclude, I would like to say that by monitoring all this ecosystem, we can say that yes, they use AI, but as many of us, they are quite skeptical on massively using AI for several reasons. And thank you so much.